So we're going to back out, and we're going to now jump into solo modes.
Right, okay.
And once again, if you're just joining us, this is the last 10 minutes of our stream.
Yep.
We are ending at 3 o'clock. Toph, I want to thank you, by the way, for coming out and for joining us and for participating. It is absolutely awesome to have you here.
Oh, likewise, dude. This has been an amazing experience for me. So, yeah, no, thank you, man.
Yeah. So we're going to jump into first, I believe we jumped into All-Star Smash.
All-Star? Okay.
Yep, that is correct. All-Star Smash, a new mode that focuses mainly around the different eras of each character. Is basically you fight through Nintendo history, if that makes sense. So each stage you start out in.
So it makes sense we're starting with three of the classic characters of, I was going to say Nintendo, but Pac-Man isn't quite.
Yeah, well, but he's still from that era, and if you look up in the
era,
top left, you'll see, so Pac-Man, Mario, Donkey Kong, Luigi,
and
Little Mac are right now on deck.
From Punch-Out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is, in fact, Little Mac's stage, which,
yes.
is a lot of fun to play on for the most part.
So we've got, if I end up playing Link in this game, that's definitely going to be the outfit I use. The Fierce Deity.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's so cool that Fierce Deity is an official color.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. It's cool to see that acknowledged. It's always cool when a new sort of look gets added to these games, right? Like you can't help but be excited and get hype about it.
I remember, I wish they did it because I don't think they did, but I remember when I was getting into Fox and Melee, and I was like, man, what if one of his custom colors was the sunglasses, so you could be James McCloud, from Star Fox 64.
Yes.
I don't know if Sakurai, if you're watching, that's my request for Smash 5. I want James McCloud's shades.
All right, there you have it.
For Fox.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
So in between the intermissions, as you can see, there's some health items to pick up if you need them. He's only at 15% damage. Yeah, but the Fairy Bottle, very important to point out that you can't use that item until a certain amount of damage, unless you have a certain. Right? Yeah, it is 100 in fact.
Okay.
So during standard play, sometimes you'll end up with the Fairy Bottle and you can't use it.
Right.
Yeah, and but you also might want to throw it off the stage.
You can throw it, right?
Yeah, you can throw it and it'll hit someone, but you may want to get rid of it just in case someone else is really high on damage, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah. So right here, we're in our next era of Nintendo characters.
And I want to mention, by the way, I think it's so between the stages, it actually said, what, 1985 to 1986?
Yes.
So it actually shows you the era that the given characters are from.
Yep.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's I think it's a really smart single-player mode.
Oh, this piano cover of this song, though.
Yes, yeah. And, for someone who could appreciate Subspace Emissary but wasn't really satisfied with the end result, I think this is a great alternative, ultimately, right? Because I feel like you still need something as an alternative to Classic Mode, and this sort of just organizing them by era.
Oh, well,
just
Classic Mode is in there too, though, right?
Classic Mode is still in, actually, yes. And we're going to jump to it in a couple minutes, but Brendan's going to keep going. So there's the next era, 1986 to 1990.
Okay, so the game's now Kid Icarus, Mega Man. What else was on there?
Oh, we'll see in a second.
We'll see in a second. Okay.
Yeah. Mega Man.
Kid Icarus, Mega Man, and looks like we got Fire Emblem and F-Zero, and also Yoshi. So Super Mario World, right? Super Mario World being the first Mario game that Yoshi debuted, I believe?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot on, man.
All right.
And Palutena is gone. So after this match, we're going to back out and show you Classic Mode, and that'll be our last mode for the stream. Counting down on the last 5 minutes here.
Okay.
You've been looking at Smash Brothers for Nintendo 3DS. This is the Dr. Wily stage.
Yep.
Which the Red Devil, where is he?
Yellow Devil.
Yellow Devil. Thank you for the correction.
I remember when I played this stage first time, I was like, this is kind of like just like another kind of like Final Destination sort of thing. But then that happens, and suddenly it's like, oh, wait a minute. There's like points in time when you can't even you got to worry about that dude. You can't even focus on the opponent as much as just making sure that you don't get hit by that. Yeah. Because he just covers the whole stage.
Yes.
It's nuts.
Oh, and he got him. Game. Nice job, Brendan.
Okay. So what's his percent at?
I didn't see it. We'll see it on the next screen, actually, after it does the summary. He's racking up some gold right here.
Yes.
Meta Knight. Can't wait to see how Meta Knights get more hands-on time with Meta Knight too. Maybe after the stream, we can definitely jump into that. And folks, if you want more Smash Brothers coverage, obviously you want to come over to IGN. But also, we will have Toph as a guest on Nintendo Voice Chat, which is our Nintendo podcast, which you can download every week. It'll be posted later today because we still haven't recorded, unfortunately. This has kind of been a whirlwind tour.
Oh yeah, like if you guys are, I basically for this particular stream, we're pretty much just going over everything. Like everything and anything, with regard to all the new modes, all the new characters, just really briefly touching on everything. but we're going to talk about on the podcast later. We're going to talk about like our impressions and things like that.
Absolutely,
so,
yeah.
And this is what am I looking at right now?
So this is you can basically set the amount of difficulty, and you are leveraging gold coins as a reward that you can also lose. So you may have seen, you'll remember this if you played Kid Icarus Uprising on the 3DS, and there's extra spicy.
Extra spicy.
Yeah, which he's going for. So intensity 6.0. But it's a sliding scale, and it'll definitely affect the reward that you get.
This is classic mode.
This is classic mode, and now it's sort of a map that you choose different pathways to. And I also think that's really cool. I like the idea of just sort of being able to switch, seeing, oh man, there's a trophy on that path, and making the quick adjustment to go get it. If you're someone who's into unlockables, this seems geared towards you. Which at the end of the day, like, you know, you're going to want your solo time and play Smash. And there's so many different ways to enjoy Smash. In fact, you and I were just talking about that, right?
Yeah.
It's not just about the competitive casual, but also, I mean, you were saying.
I mean, even, well, yeah, I mean, you know, it's, so I'm coming from, like, more of the, you know, the tournament crowd, the competitive community. And I think, like, it's, people don't realize, like, even within, like, the different distinctions of how seriously you choose to take the game or who you play with. Like, I'll sit and I'll play, like, Pokeball matches, you know, on very high or whatever, on Pokemon Stadium only or something like that. And, like, you know, or you might be into, like, going into, you know, even within, you have players that prefer singles, players that prefer teams. I think teams is such an interesting, like, the thing, if you're really working with a teammate in close, that you're used to teaming with, there's so many unique things you can do that you could not do as a single player. And then free-for-alls, and then Smash Run, and all the new modes that, you know, they've introduced. So, you know, I think, you know, exploring everything the game has to offer and, like, exploring your own unique play style is, there's so many different ways to play the game that I think, you know, it's just got a lot of longevity. I mean, people still play, you know, the first Smash Brothers game, Smash Brothers 64 to this day. They're, you know, like, there's a reason. Nintendo is known as being this company that is really, really good at making these long-lasting games, right? And I think this is going to be another title in that collection of games that are going to stick around for a long, long time.
Absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. And definitely the entertainment skews wide, and that's what makes it ultimately, you know, really memorable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we're coming up on 3 minutes left here. Brendan is at the controls. You are seeing classic mode right now.
And a staple of Smash Brothers.
Yep, and he is playing as Wireframe Little Mac, who is
with the hoodie.
With the rocking the hoodie. Yeah, check that out.
Looks like a.
He's strong.
It looks, yeah, it looks like it, man.
He reminds me so much of Captain Falcon, but then his ground game just feels, so much more grounded. Yeah. Absolutely.
To me, I feel like Falcon is like, he's born for the air. You know, like when he jumps, he's flying.
Oh no, absolutely, yeah. He's all about the speed, and whereas Little Mac is sort of the opposite, where the minute he leaves his feet,
he's really,
he's really vulnerable in the air. It feels so. You definitely want to be very aware of that if you jump into that character.
Yeah.
We've got 2 minutes left. This is Golden Plains. If he picks up 100 coins here, he's going to turn gold, like New Super Mario Brothers 2. It's all about getting money.
Oh, and that happens to what? Every character?
Just the character who picked up 100 coins.
I mean, any character can pick up 100 coins.
Yeah, any character battling right now can. Absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're seeing that now. There are some transitions, I believe, with this stage too. I'm not a huge fan of transition stages, but they are a lot of fun in 4-player brawls just because of the chaos and sort of the madness that ensues as everyone's trying to keep up and, you know, at the same time not get KO'd.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so we're coming up on a minute. Toph, I want to say thanks again, you know, for participating in this stream. Definitely let people know where they can find out more about you, Twitter handle, and you know, Melee It On Me.
Yeah, please, you know, if you're trying to, you know, learn more about just the Smash Brothers scene, like all of us that are, you know, really been following with a lot of intensity. There it is. Golden,
hey.
What is it? Would you just call that Golden Little Mac?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. But yeah, you know, if you're trying to like find out more about the Smash Brothers scene, like, you know, both, you know, whether you're trying to like play the game as a, you know, just to, you know, check it out on a casual level, or if you're actually like trying to see what the tournament scene is like, please check out Melee It On Me. We have a podcast bi-weekly on Thursdays. We have a Facebook group. Just search for Melee It On Me on Facebook. Okay. Or check me out on Twitter, Toph_BBQ, or at Melee It On Me. And, you know, we basically are really in tune to all of the new stuff that is going down with the Smash Brothers series. And you will hear a lot about the new developments in the coming months.
Excellent. Thanks a lot for being here. And as hopefully you know, I am Jose Otero. You can find me on Twitter at Jose_Otero. That is Otero.
Please follow this man.
Thanks, Toph. And you should definitely follow Toph as well. Yeah. And for more Smash Brothers coverage, you are already in the right place.
Oh, he just blew up. Oh, I see what you're
saying. IGN.com.
IGN.com.